vida mía, vitología. Esta es la historia de la vida mía, vitología. Esta es la historia de la vida mía, vitología. Esta es la historia de la vida mía. Vasquez. Mi corazón grita, 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 grita por ti, grita, grita, grita.
Ladies and gentlemen, listening to this playback on NuevaGeneracionCristiana.com, NewChristianGeneration.com. My name is Nathan Acosta. I'm the Director of Communications for the site. Today's a very, very special day for us here at the site. We have one of the most important and influential Christian music artists today. He's been blazing a path with his revolutionary sound, his unique style, and his art form that some may even consider a little controversial for Christian music, but it's all part of a very successful ministry thus far. Say hello to Mr. V-Squared himself, Vito Vasquez. How are you, sir?
Good, I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. It's a great pleasure to be right here and on Nueva Generación Cristiana. So I really want to thank y'all for that opportunity, man.
Well, thank you for your time. We know that you're extremely busy between promotions for your new album, your single that just came out, the video you just shot for it, and appearances in so many other places. So thank you so much for your time.
Yes, yeah, but of course, no doubt.
So let's get right into it. Who is, for the people that don't know, who is Vito Vasquez? Let's start with your family heritage. Where's your family
heritage? Well, my parents are half Dominican, half Puerto Rican, but I was born in Queens, New York, Corona, Queens.
All right, and as well as you having a Dominican and Puerto Rican background, pretty much a tropical background. You did do some growing up in Miami, is that correct?
Yeah, well, I was born up north in Queens, and I lived there until I was 9, and then from there, my parents, we moved to South Florida when I was 9, and then we stayed there until I was 16, and then from 16, my dad and mom decided to come to South Carolina. So now you got a Dominican, born in New York, raised in Miami, living in the South.
Well, you have the East Coast up and down and all the way down to the Caribbean as well.
Yeah, bro.
I wanted to ask you about a specific situation. See, I mean, the more I read about you in preparation for today's interview, the more fascinated I was. And it was the situation in which when your mom was expecting you.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, you know what? It's like a miracle, actually, because what's funny, before I was born, my mom wasn't even Christian, and so she was pregnant with me, and she was like 6 or 7 months, and then she had received some type of sickness or flu. It was something weird that I don't even know what to call, but the doctors basically told us, it's best for you to have an abortion because there's a high chance that there's a great percentage that your son, might be deformed, might come out with a bad leg, or I don't know, something crazy. But you know what? God basically just gave my mom faith at that time. Like, my mom had never been in the church, and she basically said, God, if you have given me two other kids that are healthy, and if you give me one that's not healthy, I know it's because you feel that I can take care of it. So basically, that's why my mom decided to have me. I was born, and I was healthy, I was big, I was fat, I was tall, and that's basically when my mom decided to give her heart to God, and ever since then I've been in church.
So it's kind of easy to say that even before you were born, you were bringing souls to Christ.
Yeah, real talk, man. Basically,
because your family, as a result, you were able to grow up in a predominantly Christian household because of the situation.
And that's like another testimony, because although I grew up in a Christian household, I was never, just really into church. Like I would go to church, but I wasn't really like I would say I was a Christian, but I didn't know who Jesus Christ was.
And I think a lot of us that grew up in Christian households can relate to that same situation, especially if we have some sort of tendency toward music. Sometimes we tend to pull to not so much the music we're supposed to listen to, but the other type of music.
Yeah, of course. And it's crazy that you're talking about that, because that's exactly what happened to me. I had this talent to write songs and sing, and basically when I was 17, I began doing that for the world, and there was a whole bunch of doors opening, free producers were giving me beats, I was getting to record for free, and just basically all these doors were opening to try to attain to the purpose which God had for me, and so it was crazy.
And just to let people know what kind of doors were opening. I mean, you started working with pretty big names. It's safe to say you were working with.
Yeah, I was working with some big producers. These producers came to the middle of nowhere, to South Carolina, to come work with me. I was even signed to this label and everything was going great, man. Until one day, I just woke up and I was like, yo, I'm not happy. I have everything I want. This is supposed to be my dream, and I'm not happy. And it's just and right then, I just knew, man, God, I know you have so much more for me. I know what, it's funny because, okay, I was doing all of this, and I was going to clubs, I was smoking weed, I was going to parties and all this crazy stuff. But what's funny, on Sunday, I would still go to church, because, it was a whole thing since I was little to go to church every Sunday. And basically, it was one Sunday after church, my pastor came up to me and was like, yo, Vito, what is it that doesn't let you give your heart to God? And I told him, how the whole dream of music that I had. And basically, he just took me to this verse, and it's in Proverbs 1, it's the whole chapter 1. And it just talks about that, the beginning of wisdom is to fear God. But basically, at the end of that verse, it talks about, okay, that basically there's going to come a time that God is not going to hear you anymore, because he has waited so long for you to turn to Him. But there's going to be a time that you're that you're going to be in distress. But when that time comes, since you've ignored God so much, that He's basically just going to ignore you back, and He's not going to pay attention to you. That's it's in Proverbs 1, the last verse is verse 23 and on. And I just read that one day, dude, that one morning that I woke up, because my pastor gave me that verse on a Sunday, and on a Wednesday I woke up reading that verse, dude, and that's when God just turned my life upside down.
And not only turned your life upside down, but to let people know out there the severity of the situation. I mean, usually in the music industry, when you sign a recording contract, in most cases, they would give you an advance for your funds.
Dude, right? I had to pay a lot of money back, because I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of people that were close to me, man, because they were just not cool with the fact that I wanted to do this for God. It's funny that the first thing it told me, okay, it's cool. It's cool that you want to serve God, but do this CD first, which was done already, and all I had to do was record it. They basically wanted me to do what I had to do first, and then just serve God after that.
Either that or basically give the advance back, and I'm sure that wasn't easy for you.
Yeah, no, because I didn't have I had to spend everything that they gave me, and they had bought me clothes, and this was a lot of stuff, man. And,
right.
But yeah, man. But what can I say? That just made me.
You definitely put your faith out there for.
Yeah, and because and also it wasn't even a money thing, because the people I was associated with like really bad people. So that's what got me scared, you know, because I was like, okay, these people are not going to take this like, you know, real light. So that's the situation God used to get me into His Word, to get me into praying, and that really just got me like seeking God day and night.